Adding images in Joomla is a relatively straightforward process. First of all, however, you have to have an image. Make sure that whatever image you choose is in the correct dimensions for your website and where it's supposed to fit on your website, and save the picture down in a small file size for the web. If you don't know how to do this, there are several titles at lynda.com that can show you how to create pictures in an optimal format for use on a website. To add a picture to your article, we're going to start by going to the article manager as we've done many times before. I'm just going to click on the icon right here on the control panel, and I'm going to open up the About Us article. I have some pictures that I'd like to add. One here for the About Us article, and I have one for the volunteer article. And that picture is going to go right here just above all of the text that's on the page. So I'm going to put in a blank line here and make sure that it's a paragraph and not a heading 2. And I'm going to put the image right here as part of this particular article. So to do that, I'm going to start by clicking on my image button down here just underneath the editor. And this is going to bring up my media manager in this shadow box type of window here. And if you notice down here on the bottom, I have the ability to upload files here into the media manager. So I'm going to click my Browse Files button. And I'm going to go back to Chapter 4. And this is video number 4. And I actually have 2 pictures here. I can upload them both at once. If I hold down my Shift key and click on each image, I can then say Open. And you'll see that these show up as 2 pictures to upload here as part of the Flash uploader. And in a previous video where I talked about the Media Manager, we turned on the Flash uploader. If you have a box at the bottom of your screen that just has the button that says Browse for a single image file and then Upload, that is the default interface for Joomla. You can turn on the Flash uploader interface by going into the Media Manager and selecting the Flash uploader interface from the options that are available within the Media Manager. You can go back to Chapter 2 and see exactly how I did that. Or you can upload your images one at a time into the Media Manager. Whatever works best for you is fine. But since I have the Flash uploader turned on, I'm going to upload both of these images at the same time by clicking the Start Upload button. And you'll see that the 2 images have showed up here in the Media Manager. So the one I'd like to put in for the About Us page is the samokabuilding.jpg image. So all I need to do is click on that and it will write out the correct image URL for me right here on the screen. I can pick an alignment for this image. My choices are to the left or to the right, and that will push the image to the left or the right side of the page and wrap text around it. However, in the case of this particular article, I'd like that picture to show up at the top of the page, and I don't want to wrap text around it, so I'm going to leave my alignment to not set. I can give this image a description. If you know HTML, this is the alt tag. In other words, this is the alternate text that will show up if somebody is not able to see images on their website. It's also the text that search engines will read as they read your web page for the website. So alt text is a great place to put in some additional keywords for your website. I'm going to go ahead and put in the Samoka building. And one of the things I like to do is at the end of my alt text, I put in a period and a space. And the reason why I do that is one of the big users of these alt tags are people with various types of disabilities who may be using a screen reader. And if you take your alt text and you put a period and a space at the end of it, it reads more like a sentence if somebody happens to be looking at your website with a screen reader. It's only 2 extra characters. It's such a simple thing to do. You might as well go ahead and do it. It will help people who have disabilities. Go on ahead then and click the Insert button on the top of the page. And you'll see that we have this nice big picture of the museum at the top, followed by all of the text at the bottom. We won't actually be able to see how this picture looks on the page yet because we still have not connected this article to our menu. We have just a few more videos to go before we get to that step, but the picture is in the article at this point in time. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click Save and Close. And now I'm going to repeat this process one more time for the volunteer article. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And the volunteer article opens up. Once again, I'm going to put this picture right at the very top of the page. So I'm going to click Return to give me space up here on the top. Click my image button down here on the bottom of the screen again. And I'm going to click on the volunteer picture here and put in for my alt text, you could volunteer at Samoka. And I'm just going to click the Insert button. And that will put this volunteer picture here at the top of the screen. Now all you need to do is click the Save and Close button. And we've put 2 images into our articles. We've uploaded those pictures to the Media Manager, and that is the very easy and very straightforward way of getting images into your articles inside of Joomla.